Once again, Review Energy is doing the coverage of Energyear, the whole tour, and this time we are in Madrid in Energyear Spain 2025 in the 7th edition. Of course, we're talking with the most important companies, and today we have the pleasure to say hello to Charles André-Dumont. He is account manager in Sitemark. Charles, welcome to our microphones.
Thank you.
Charles, I want to start talking about a little bit about the PNIEC in Spain. How you see it, how you have been working on the PNIEC from your company, and how do you see the digital technologies and the aerial inspection, especially, for example, in digital twins, help in this way to Spain to achieve this PNIEC in 2030?
Yes, indeed, it's a very impressive goal. It's meeting 76 gigawatts by 2030, I think, so huge expectations, a huge goal. And therefore, I believe the only way to do this at a great speed and at this scale is to use technologies and digitization. So for aerial inspections, I really believe it has like a very strong impact to fasten the whole processes. So we can support like throughout the whole life cycle with aerial inspections. So drones in the beginning were quite new. I remember a few years back we had to educate the market about drones. And so now drones are mostly used everywhere, and we can see the shift in using drones with automated drone boxes. So this is like really the big elephant in the room now, that you can have the ability to just put your drone box there and fly at a very low cost as much as you want, and see a lot of different insights from the development phase through the construction phase, or even during commissioning. And regarding the digital twin, it's very impressive to see how we can now, with the technology, digitize all the components from designs and help any stakeholder to report on every type of component and build really strong history about it. So I really believe that this is shaping and helping the industry in moving forward faster at lower costs. And also being able to share the information across different stakeholders or even within the company faster, and having this central way of seeing the information.
So, Charles, you say something very important, and is the AI and the digitalization. How you see this new era for the AI, that the technological trends such as the AI-driven data analytics are platforms based in assets management? And do you believe will reshape the solar market in the next years in Spain?
Yes. So AI to me is kind of the big word. Everybody is talking about AI. I like to compare it like the year 2000 with internet. You know, there was kind of a bubble. Everybody was talking about internet. Like today, everybody is talking about AI. But in the end, I think the power of AI is really incredible. It helps like make decisions so much faster, reducing costs, like improving the whole processes. And when we see like how internet has reshaped the world in like 20-25 years, like now AI is just a baby. It's like just a child kind of. When we imagine like what AI will help us achieve in 20-25 years, I truly believe it's going to be a game changer. And we can see many companies now emerging, like new startups, like promoting AI. Sitemark has started in 2016. We started like with machine learning and AI, and now we're really there. Like we have a strong expertise and a strong experience also to support with AI. And I encourage always to compare things in the market, because you always have new companies or like existing companies like Sitemark are innovating a lot, and so it's always nice to compare like what is on the market. I encourage to benchmark to see, okay, even though you're already working with a provider, things go so fast. I think it's important to try out, or like to be open-minded about like what's currently there on the market and how it can help companies maybe take the next step with a company that is important to be, I would say, partner with, because I believe in long-term collaboration and finding the right partners that have like strong experience and long-term expertise will probably be the best players to to collaborate with for the long run. And it's all about like, will this company still be there in the next couple of years? So yeah, that's I think how I would say AI and digital twins can help in this phase.
And you just mentioned something very important, and is the collaboration. So talking and going deep in this question, I want to ask you, how is Sitemark helping EPCs and O&Ms and asset owners in Spain to stay competitive in the solar market sector?
Yes, the solar market is very competitive, as we all know. And I believe the different stakeholders that you mentioned have all different challenges, right? Mm-hmm. So it's important to understand the main challenges of every stakeholder, and our solution helps tailor actually like solutions to their needs. So an EPC, for example, will use our solution in a much more granular way. They will focus on reporting on daily problems, so they can fully digitize the whole processes with import of Microsoft Project or Primavera, create components, create links, see S-curves, and follow up on a daily basis with high granularity on how the project is evolving and reporting within their own teams, but also with other stakeholders in a faster way. So we are again here reducing cost, optimizing things in quality assurance processes, quality checks with task management system that is also included, digitizing forms. So a lot of companies are working with pen and paper and shifting to Excel and then moving more and more forward with different technologies. For O&Ms, for example, it's going to be what is the critical information that they want to see. So how to remove noise. So using filters to focus on the most important problems and tackle these issues as fast as possible with a mobile app sending technicians. So this is going to be very important as well. And in the end, asset owners also, personally I believe that the added value is mostly focused on the data ownership, being able to own the data and see what is happening with their site, since how long, seeing trends appearing, being able to report back in time, going back in time during the construction phase, seeing like how it was built, adding value about the construction, adding value during the commissioning or O&M phase to see, okay, what are the trends of things happening that will help me take better decisions in the future. Yeah, I believe this, all in all, for the different stakeholders, depending on their own strategy and how they're working, this is very important to see how to address the solution and how to help it for every different stakeholder, because their needs are different.
And Charles, we know that Sitemark is a big international company, but let's focus a little bit in Spain. What, in terms of contributions, what is the biggest contribution that the company can set here in Spain for the market?
So Spain is a very competitive market, so I think it's the ability to provide a qualitative service, I would say, at a competitive rate. Obviously, quality always comes at a certain cost, but if you look at the long term, I believe that investing in the right partner will help reduce costs, and being able to implement the right strategy will also help. Companies, sometimes it's difficult for companies to implement things like straightforward, so companies working with traditional methods will move from paper to Excel, then from Excel to digital twins, from digital twins to drones, then from drones to automated drones. And I believe the Spanish market is getting there, is starting to implement it depending on the level of technology we're talking about. But yeah, you need to understand it, and as we said earlier, I think the technology is innovating a lot, and a lot of things are being added like every week, every month. So it's very important to see and to monitor these different innovations and how it's going to help compress costs and work faster.
And Charles, last but not least, is the Energyear Spain. How you see it from the company, from Sitemark, and what you were expecting from this huge event?
Well, first of all, it's always super nice to see all our friends, so clients, prospects, to see faces again. I truly believe in real connection, in face-to-face meetings, discussions, and it's a very nice opportunity to bring all different stakeholders in the same room. So we see asset owners, investors, service providers, O&Ms, EPCs, all together in the same room, and having very interesting discussions. So tackling challenges, having ideas, discussing about how to solve problems. So it's about, obviously networking, seeing each other, and then follow up by email, etc. But other than networking, I believe the topics of the panels are also very interesting. Understanding the key challenges of the industry in certain territories, like for example Energyear in Spain, focused in Spain. What are the most problematic things? And these are usually answered by experts of large companies, and it's always very insightful to see and understand like what are the ideas, what are the best practices behind it on how to tackle these challenges to help the whole industry move forward.
Well, Charles, so that's mean we're gonna see you in many different events.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
And obviously having a nice jamón ibérico.
I think we're gonna see it soon here in the event. Thank you so much, Charles, for being here with us, and we hope to see you very soon in other Energyear too.
My pleasure. Thank you very much for hosting me.